Hello, ARMY. Welcome to K Heart Channel. Taehyung suddenly appears on Jungkook's live. The silence that suddenly turned into tears. That night felt like any ordinary night for the ARMYs who were watching Jungkook's live. The lights were dim. The only glow came from his monitor. He wore a loose white jacket, his hair slightly messy, and his soft voice filled the digital space, overflowing with thousands of flashing comments. "Taehyung, it's been a while," he said with a small smile. Fans smiled back through their screens, warmth mixed with nostalgia. Jungkook looked relaxed as usual, speaking gently as if greeting every single name appearing in the chat. Nothing seemed out of the ordinary until that moment came. Around the 43rd minute, the screen flickered slightly. A faint sound came through Jungkook's earphones. He turned to the right, his eyes widening, and his expression shifted from calm to startled. He murmured, staring off camera. Fans immediately flooded the chat in panic. "Kuka, what is it? Who are you looking at? Why is he smiling like that?" Within seconds, the cozy atmosphere turned tense. Jungkook chuckled nervously, glanced down, and said quietly, "Wait just a second." Then it happened, something no one expected. For a brief moment, the live split screen. A silhouette entered the frame, faint but instantly recognizable to millions of ARMYs who could identify that presence even from a shadow. Black hair, a gray hoodie. That unmistakable gaze. Did it was Taehyung? The comment section exploded. Taehyung? OMG. Are they in the same room? Why is Jungkook so quiet? Is this real or a glitch? Jungkook's breathing quickened. He stared at the screen, lips slightly parted, seemingly unsure what to say. And through that fragile silence, a soft voice came, barely a whisper. Jungkook, that voice, Taehyung's. The moment lasted only a few seconds, but it was enough to make the entire fandom stop breathing, and no one knew whether it was coincidence, intention, or something much deeper than either. Words that were never said. After that unexpected appearance, Jungkook sat in silence. The light from the monitor cast soft shadows on his face, his eyes trembling as if holding something back. Taehyung, he said softly, almost inaudible. Taehyung sat in the chair beside him. He didn't look directly at the camera, only at Jungkook, with that faint smile that carried a quiet ache. The atmosphere shifted, not loud, not shocking, but heavy, as if there was an untold story lingering between them. "You live right now?" Taehyung asked gently, his tone both surprised and tender. Jungkook chuckled lightly, though his voice trembled. "Yeah, but it's okay, Hyung." The chat went insane. He called him Hyung. This isn't edited, right? Why does it feel so emotional? Taehyung looked at the camera for a second, then whispered, "It's been a while since we went live together." Jungkook nodded, his eyes glistened, as if tears were threatening to fall. Fans began to type furiously. "Kook looks like he's about to cry." There's something between them. That night turned into a sea of emotions. Every movement, every breath, every pause carried meaning. Jungkook looked down, fingers trembling slightly. "I thought you wouldn't come tonight," he said softly. Taehyung smiled faintly, eyes gentle yet deep. "I couldn't sleep. I just wanted to see you for a bit." The room fell silent again, and in that silence, there was something unspoken but painfully clear, longing. When the silence broke into tears, the live lasted only about 10 minutes after Taehyung appeared. But to the ARMYs, it felt like watching a sacred fragment, something unplanned, yet incredibly real. Before ending the stream, Jungkook looked at the camera and said in a trembling voice, "Thank you for watching tonight. You know, sometimes things happen without planning, but they still mean something." Taehyung lowered his head slightly and added, "Take care of yourselves, everyone." And with that, the screen faded to black. The internet erupted. Within 3 minutes, Taekook Live trended #1 worldwide. Fans cried, laughed, screamed, and fell silent all at once on Twitter. Posts flooded in. "I don't know what I just witnessed, but my heart broke and healed at the same time." That wasn't just a live. That was two souls meeting again. Some fans started analyzing every detail. The way Jungkook looked at Taehyung, the way Taehyung touched his chin before smiling, how they seemed to erase some invisible distance between them. And that night, thousands of armies posted the same sentence. If it was just a coincidence, then it was the most beautiful coincidence ever. Maybe some feelings don't need to be explained. The next day, Jungkook didn't release any statement. Neither did Taehyung. But that silence spoke louder than words. And oh, clarification. No explanation, just the lingering warmth of one night, when two stars met again on a glowing screen, and the world stood still for a moment. Fans replayed the clip endlessly, capturing every small gesture they could hold onto. Jungkook's smile, Taehyung's gaze, the stillness between them, and in all of it, one truth echoed quietly. Not all longing needs words. Sometimes, it's enough to just appear. That night, armies across the world wrote messages like, "Taehyung showed up on Jungkook's live and somehow, I started crying without knowing why." After that night, nothing felt the same. The next morning, the world still hadn't moved on. Clips, screenshots, and slowed-down edits of the live filled every corner of the internet. From TikTok to Twitter, every timeline was soaked in the same hazy, tender feeling that something real had happened between Jungkook and Taehyung. Even though the live lasted barely an hour, the moment Taehyung appeared was replayed millions of times. Fans wrote captions like, "That look in Jungkook's eyes wasn't surprise. It was recognition." The way Taehyung said his name, you could feel the years in that one word. It was as if the whole fandom was experiencing the same dream, one that they didn't want to wake up from. But the strangest thing was, neither of them said anything afterward. No weverse post, no Instagram story, no comment or clarification, just silence. And that silence became louder than any announcement could ever be. Some fans started to notice details that made the story feel even more unreal. Or maybe too real. On Jungkook's desk during the live, a small gray bracelet was faintly visible. Beside his microphone, armies compared it with older photos of Taehyung's accessories and found the same one. Coincidence? Or something deeper? Others noticed that Jungkook's background music that night was different from his usual playlist. It was a slow, soft piano melody, one that many recognized instantly. The same song Taehyung once recommended during a midnight live years ago. "No way, that's random," a fan tweeted. "They're communicating in silence again." The theory spread like wildfire. Hashtag Taekook live, hashtag their silence speaks, and hashtag he looked at him trended globally for 2 days straight. Every fan seemed to sense the same undercurrent, that the live wasn't just an accident. It was something they both needed, not for show, not for fans, but maybe for themselves. That evening, fans began gathering on live stream chat rooms, rewatching the moment together. Someone slowed down the video and said, "Look at how Jungkook's shoulders relax right when Taehyung walks in." Another replied, "It's like he didn't even need to turn, he knew it was him." People began crying again. It wasn't about ships, or theories, or fan wars anymore. It was about the strange, undeniable tenderness between two people who once shared everything: stage lights, laughter, and maybe silence, too. And for armies who had watched them grow up side by side, that brief reunion felt like a glimpse into something private, something almost sacred. "I think what made everyone cry," one fan wrote on a blog, "isn't just that Taehyung appeared. It's that Jungkook didn't look surprised in the way you'd expect. He looked relieved, as if the distance between them had been quietly closed in that single moment."